Hi everyone. Top tier song choice. You know what's funny? We played this. This is a BTS playlist, right, on YouTube. BTS playlist, blah blah blah. Rare songs and quotations. But I don't remember the first song. I don't remember ever. I was playing this and I was like, huh, I've never heard this one. But that's not true. We have. I just can't remember. That's crazy. It's called Take Two, but I love it. Good vibes, good vibes. The next song also coming up, I don't remember. Yet to come, I don't remember ever listening to this one either. But hi guys, how are you? How are you guys? Yet to come, yeah. I thought about playing a more chill, familiar playlist today because I do not need. I'm kind of feeling mad today, so I kind of need the comfort of familiarity. That's what we need. Oh, yeah, guys. Don't forget to check in. I almost forgot to remind you guys. So your check-in was a reminder to tell people to check in. Don't forget, guys. We're gonna work today. I'm a little nervous just because I think. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared of Nicole now. I'm like, we have to draw Nicole, and I'm not gonna lie, a little scared, to see her, to draw her. I don't want to repeat of what happened. I feel like that stream was kind of like a downfall. Like there was such a downfall in just like my motivation to draw and how I felt about myself as an artist after that. So coming back to this is like a little scary to me. She scares me. Every time I see her, even in game, I see her and I'm like, Nicole. Channeling all my art motivation from last week your way. Thank you. We need it. Almost killed you. I know it did almost kill me. Well, no, not that killed me, but like it drove me to almost kill myself. Anyway, just kidding. We're fine. I'm okay. I'm feeling meh. Actually, like last night, I was feeling like really awful about just like myself as an artist. I felt like super inadequate, and then I woke up this morning being like, I don't know why I felt that way. I feel great. Just like the change, it's like switch. I'm like, oh, like I don't know why I felt that way. All right, we're Gucci. Life is great. We're great. I'm going to ignore all the dad jokes in chat. Next person to make a dad joke will be banned. I will say this now. I'm gonna crack down on this now. This is too much. Too much. Anyway, how's your guys' week been? I hope you guys' week has been great. Again, I feel like me up and down a little bit, but for some reason, we're ending on a high note. I feel great to get back into art. I feel so great getting back into art that I'm thinking that next week all of our streams will be art related. It'll just be art. Tuesday art, Thursday art, Sunday art. Because one, I feel like we should get back into it. I kind of have to make up for lost time, but also because we're in the process in between the two games that we play. We're in like an area where I don't necessarily want to move up, Because in Zenless 1, I have a ton of commissions that we can do, and we're kind of like in the epilogue moment. I don't really want to continue that just yet until one, I've also need to do the proxy advancement thing too. I wasn't able to do that before because Wise was so busy. Wise was so busy trying to get me to do the main story, so I couldn't do that. So maybe I'll do that off stream. And Genshin the same. I also need a grind, and I don't want to do that on stream. So next week I think we'll do all art just to make up for lost time. Hawkeye July has been great, except for the fact that I feel like I have forgotten how to draw cute things now. All my art has been hot men, and I don't remember how to draw anything cute. I was trying to draw my OCD today, just like do to draw his face, just to explore, and I was like, this is not coming out. I can't draw cute things anymore. It's like a 180. Art. Like seals. We're like seals. Yeah, speaking of Zenless players, did you guys see the leak for the newest characters? The two newest characters, which has been each character has gotten dramatically different responses. Like, okay, so we have Orphe and Magus. They are this new dragon character, part of the Obol squad, and the reaction to her has been great. You know, it's great. Like, she's such a cool character. And then all of a sudden, Seed came out. Seed was leaked. Was leaked, and the reaction just went downhill. If you guys aren't aware, so Seed, right? Seed, it was teased to be like this very bulky, tanky robot, this very cool robot, and it was also another cool thing that this robot was a girl. So we were gonna get like a really strong female tanky character, and then all of a sudden they released that it's actually not a robot; it's a mech suit, and inside the mech suit is this cute, petite little like fan servicey girl who keeps showing off her feet. Who keeps showing off her feet. It's very feet centric, and God, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate her design. Seed actually looks really pretty. Her colors and all that. But the feet thing really bothers me. So I'm kind of like, we're gonna boycott Seed. We're not gonna roll for her. But Orphe and Magus, I am very excited. I love dragon characters, and Orphe still kind of like touches like that border between like kind of sexy and kind of like not sexy. But you know, it's like not as bad. It's not fat. So it's like the feet thing is because she's not able to use her hands. She uses her hands. She literally grabs things. It's not, it's weird. It's so weird. Not an excuse to be creepy, but I think there are other ways to show what you call, diversity in like disabilities, right? So if she's only able to use her feet, then that's fine, right? But I think there are better ways, like better non-creepy ways to attack it. Like, okay, so Yuzuha, right? Yuzuha, if you look closely, actually has hearing issues. And they do a good job at giving her hearing aids, and her teammates also whisper in her ears because she has those hearing aids. So that's better representation. Sometimes MiHoYo, like, hits and misses when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, very weird, kind of creepy. Don't know how I feel about it. We're going to boycott Seed. Unfortunate that we didn't get a tanky, cool character, but... Off topic, but what should I have for dinner? Sweet potato, pasta, or French toast? Ooh, the French toast. Breakfast for dinner. That sounds delicious, but I feel like that would hurt my stomach. Like eating something so heavy at night would kind of hurt my stomach. You've had sweet potato. I don't know. I think the pasta, or French toast. You know what? Fuck it. We only live once, right? French toast. French toast. Fuck it. Let us eat French toast. Do you guys, like, what is your guys' thoughts about eating sweets for breakfast? So the people who eat pancakes and waffles for breakfast. I had pancakes the other day. That's how I spent my Saturday morning. That's why I was up early. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of messed my whole body up. The whole day, I was all messed up. The rest of the day, like, my schedule was all off because I woke up early, and I never eat breakfast because I don't wake up early enough to eat breakfast, so that messed me up. And just like the sugar also hurt me. I would love to, if I could. I have a big sweet tooth, right? So I would love to eat sweets for breakfast, but it just hurts me. It hurts me. We'll need an egg or sausage with it. Yeah, that you need to balance it, right? So I had a couple sausages with it, and it was delicious. But yeah, having breakfast period just messed my body up because I never eat breakfast. I don't wake up early enough to eat breakfast. That's fair. Pancakes, French toast, waffles. Yeah. Oh, so good. There's this thing in China. There's this delicacy. We call it. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. Why is it like it's not princess toast? It's called brick toast. It's like toast. Literally, they take like bread, they toast the whole loaf, they hollow it out, and then they fill it with ice cream and like sprinkle like syrup on it, and that's delicious. That stuff is good. But toast, bread, the amount of bread scares me. I'm not a health freak or anything, but I do like count calories sometimes, and I look at that and I'm like, oh. That is a whole day's worth of calories. If I ate that, I wouldn't be able to eat anything else. Can't eat meat yet, no balance for me. You can't even have like an egg or something to balance it out. Because that would be great. Breakfast for dinner. Which reminds me, my dinner, we're planning on going out for Korean and I'm excited. We get that sundubu, that tofu, that good, that tasty tofu soup with egg. Yummy, delicious. I have a complicated relationship with eggs. Well, I love eggs, but I hate boiled eggs. I hate like when people overboil their eggs. I hate that. I hate that shit. Any other way, I like egg. I like egg. Plus, there's egg and French toast. But the protein, that's true. But the way that you do that is like you put the toast in the egg and then you cook it that way. So you don't really get the salty balance, the umami. You need the umami. Sprinkle salt on that shit or something. Or bacon. I ate eggs every day for breakfast in high school. That's healthy. That's really healthy. Are any of you in chat those people who like protein bulk, who would eat eggs, like raw eggs or something like that? I had ramen for lunch with no more salt. Oh, that's true. That's got a lot of salt. I remember we would talk in college. We would talk to our professors about eating ramen, and they would be like, can't do it, the salt, and we're like, haha, old. But not gonna lie, I feel like as I get older, I'm like getting to that point almost. I'm like nervous about it. Never raw. There's the people who do the protein shakes and they like shake up the eggs and eat them fucking raw. They just slurp that shit down. It's crazy. I can't imagine doing that. Like, ew. Ew. It's like the Gaston thing where he eats like a dozen eggs straight up. It's like that. It's like that. It's like literally that scene in Beauty and the Beast where he's like chucking eggs, like juggling eggs, and then they end up in his mouth. That's what it is. Super sick of eggs, yeah. I would also get sick of eggs if I ate it every morning. I can't do that. Some people do that. They eat the same thing every day just because, I don't know, they have their reasons, right? There's different reasons to do it, but I can't do that. I get super tired. Even if I just had it last night, I can rarely have it the next day. That's how my body works, or that's how my mind works. 5 dozen eggs for breakfast. Is that the quote? Standing next to you. What a great song. I only eat a handful of foods. That's right. You know what? That's right. You don't have a choice. I forgot. Yeah, all right. Are we ready to start working? We're basically starting from scratch. We do have a lot to do. We have legitimately a lot to go through. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me see if this thing will still work. Hell yeah. Clip Studio is... Why do I look so tiny? Guys, what happened? Why do I look so tiny? Hold on. Can I scoot forward a little bit? Oh. Let me scoot forward a little bit. There we go. I looked tiny. Anyway. Yeah, we have a lot to do. I'm glad my setup is still working. We haven't touched this in a hot minute, so I'm glad the art setup still works and nothing has gone wrong yet. I'm on mobile. You're always super tiny. Oh, thanks. I love that so much. Thanks. That's all I get. I'm just like I'm just so like shocked. I'm like, wow. Can I be honest? And with this song, I don't know what else he's saying besides "Standing Next to You." I can't understand what else he's saying. Not gross fur. I just had to scoot up forward. Shut up. You guys are so mean. We're not gonna look at the old file. I saw it just now in my recent opens, and we're not gonna touch that. We're not gonna fucking touch that because I feel like the more we look at it, the more I'm gonna just copy it. It's an English song. I know it's an English song. That's not my fault that I can't hear it. It's Jungkook's fault. I'm lying. I can kind of understand. Something like standing next to you. Something about fire. Something like that. Golden glow. You know. Hey, you can't blame me. You also didn't realize that Or you didn't realize that, what is that? What, In Your Fantasy by 80s was an English song. So you can't blame me. You can't bring that up. You can't be like, Masa, how could you not understand? It's like, hmm. Who else doesn't understand? Is it like clear? Maybe it's just my brain. I just can't hear it. Anyway, I need my sub window. God, okay, it's been so long since I've touched my drawing tablet and I've drawn on my PC. I've been drawing a lot, like either on the iPad or on paper, because I've also like haven't been sitting at my desk for some reason. Like I've been having trouble sitting at my desk. I think it may be my chair, but after long periods of time, it starts to sort of hurt, so I have to like change location. So yeah, that's been my life lately, and I wonder if it really is my chair. If it's time to get a new chair, I kind of hope. There's something in me that's like, oh, no, I want to keep my chair. You know, chairs are expensive, but at the same time, I'm like, if I could get a really nice office chair to help me work, I would love that. Would totally love that. With 80 sounds too busy screaming to hear the lyrics. You know what? Valid. That's valid. Anyway, what are we doing? Oh, I need my references for this Nicole pose. We're gonna try. I said this on the Discord, but I'll reinstate this again. But we're gonna try redrawing the pose that we were originally going to do, which is basically just what she's doing in her official artwork. Like I was thinking, I think I talked before about trying to do a standing pose without her weapon, but I just have no idea what other pose to do. Like genuinely, I feel like everything else I can do, it just doesn't scream Nicole. A great chair, yeah. I would love an upgrade, you know? So I have a gaming chair from Amazon, and that was when gaming chairs were like really popular and kind of trendy. But just because they're trendy and popular doesn't mean that they're the best chair for you to sit in for long periods of time, you know? So if I could get an upgrade and be able to, you know, sit and do work for hours like I'm supposed to, then that would be great. What am I doing? Where is my references? Where are my reference photos? What did I call it? I need to put these in a file somewhere because I genuinely can't find it. Something different with the mouse cursor always visible? Yeah, always. Oh, you mean like, well, that might be because I'm in like my files. But, you know, I didn't change anything. There we go. Like within the drawing program, you shouldn't be able to see it. You would kind of just see my art cursor, but that's like within the program. That's not me. Guys, nothing has changed. I just said this. I haven't touched my art stuff or my art setup in like forever, and nothing has changed. We can open up the Wise and Bell files though, because I do need those for reference. Maybe you changed? Yeah, maybe I just don't. Maybe my mindset has changed a little bit, just in general. Yeah, the title of the stream is like I feel meh, and I should really change it to like I did feel meh, but we pushed through because I did. I was kind of feeling a little inadequate about my art lately. I don't know, just looking at my peers, seeing how I don't know my art's a little different. I don't really do rendered pieces or finished illustrations that much anymore. And seeing just different responses. That and also like the fact that I don't have a job in the art industry also is kind of like make me feel inadequate. But I'm like, I always have to remind myself like, you watch Skate, the Infinity, you know exactly how to tackle this problem. Like just because you do art differently or do something differently or not to the extent doesn't mean you don't love it as much, you know. So I had to keep always reminding myself that, and that was me last night, just like dying. And then I woke up this morning being like, I don't know why the fuck I was upset. I'm a great artist. This is great. I'm just different. My art is just a little different. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. If that's Bell, okay, we need Wise. That's what we were looking for. Right, this is what we left off with. We have Bell and Wise. I just need the guide. Where is it? Remember, guys, I had like a square. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I had a square where I can make sure that everything fits. There we go. I don't know if I'm gonna need that. built differently. Yeah. I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like I don't get the same response as some of my peers when people comment on their art, and like I blame that on me, but like it's not me. Like maybe it's not me, you know? I think there's like other factors into it. Like not everything is about me. I have to remind myself that. Like it could just be all coincidence, you know? Anyway, thank you for the bit. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna yeah, that's what I was feeling. Like for the past couple of days. So hopefully, if Nicole does really good, if the Nicole sketch comes out really good, this will be a good redemption. I think if we fix this, if we can redeem ourselves today, I think I'll ultimately just feel 100 times better. I also like want to get my OCs done because that's also been kind of bothering me. The fact that I didn't, not that I didn't like their old designs, but they just didn't have the feeling that I wanted to for like the story. So that's why I was also like on the Discord sharing my design stuff and what I've been doing. But if I could also get those done and if those look good, then I would ultimately just feel better. These are the things that have been weighing on my mind lately, and it sucks. But anyway, I have not drawn on this tablet in a while, so I hope that it will be okay. Yeah, I don't remember how to draw. Everything is hot man. Yeah, that's right. That's what someone said in chat, right? Everything I draw is just a hot guy now. It's a curse and a blessing. Right, do I remember the proportions? I also don't remember that. That's why I should also have, where is Wise's sketch? We should have his sketch layer out too. Is that it? There it is. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm like going through. Huh, no, it only took the square. Where is that from then? Okay, let me just Control C this and then Control V. There we go. I think I can flatten this too. Oof. No. I just wanted to flatten that layer or this group. Merge selected. There we go. That's better. The muscle memory take control. It's been a hot minute, so hopefully I can let muscle memory take control. If I could, that would be great. Then there would be less work on my part. Okay, we're not gonna... Okay, actually, we have to hide this real quick. It'll benefit me if I could just do the sketch first and then adjust it based on my other sketch, but we'll see. Yeah, other things that have been weighing on my mind lately are like a possible plan B that's not art related, which kind of sucks cuz that's like my dream, but hey, if you kind of unfortunately life is hard and sometimes you have to put your dreams on hold or on the side, which sucks. So I was like really thinking, I'm like, what did I like? What did I do in school that I liked that wasn't art related? I feel like I was mostly an artist and everything that I like to do is crafty. Then I was like, oh, that's right. I took Japanese for 4 years in high school and I can kind of speak it to a certain degree. Maybe I could do something with that. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know because I was like, I guess I could be a translator. I could translate manga, I guess, but that doesn't make a ton of money. Or I could be a tour guide. Move to Japan, be a tour guide. That could also be a thing, but if anyone else has ideas, let me know. But that might be my plan B. If this doesn't like, if my art degree doesn't like pop off anytime soon, we may have to put it on the back burner, which is very sad, but it's the cold hard truth. Okay, I think her head is pointed, angled a little too much. Just anything to get back to Japan? But kind of, not really. I mean, I feel like economy-wise, Japan's kind of better right now. I shouldn't say that because the yen is actually kind of not dying per se, but it's at the lowest. Um, it's at the lowest it's ever been in like decades, right? That's sort of the thing that's happening with the yen right now. But you know, anything to live, all right? Anything that I can make money. Okay, I feel like the neck is also kind of off. I forgot. The biggest problem that we had with this was her fucking pose. I just remembered. Okay, hold up. Uh, we need to establish what body or what angle her body is, because I can't. Anything to say at the cardboard box, right? You know, anything to get out of my student debt. Honestly, if I didn't have student debt, I would be kind of less scared of like my job or my lack of employment. But the fact that I have debt and they ask it for every month, and if I don't pay it fast enough, I gain interest, right? That's scary. I don't want to spend my whole life paying that shit. So if I didn't have student debt, everything would be peachy, but that is not the case. That's why I'm stressing so hard about like we're living and working. My mom was literally asking like, "Why are you so stressed? Why are you so emotional about like trying to find a job?" And I'm like, do you not know the situation I am in? Like it hasn't been that long since you were also in that situation. Like I don't think much has changed, but you know, like I feel like I thought you would have an understanding. All right, okay, wait. What am I doing? I have to measure out her body length. So her head is this length. Her body has to be right here. I'm surprised that I remember all my macro pad hotkeys, because again, it's been a hot minute. I think that at this point has become muscle memory. Just all my hotkeys on my macro pad, which is good. Her neck is like way too long. And then we have to simplify this. I think the problem is that I am thinking too technically about this when this is a chibi. We need to think freely. We gotta start thinking freely. Just be cute. Just channel cuteness. The debt man keeps on knocking. I know. It's scary. Like if I'm panicking now, imagine how it's gonna be like if I ever have to like pay rent or bills or anything like that. You know what, I don't want to think about it. Let's just cover our hurdles right now. Let's just think about the present and not think about the future. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so far this is coming out a little better. I mean vibe wise it feels better, but that's fine. Let's focus on Nora and let the story write itself. Yeah, let's just, think about, let's stay here. Let's not stress. The more I stress, the worse it's gonna be. I mean, this is work, right? I applied to, okay, so I didn't know this, but Webtoon and Wattpad, you guys know Webtoon, right? And Wattpad, they're actually made or owned by the same company, which I didn't know. But I found that out today because I applied to Webtoon as a translator. Not necessarily translator, I should specify. It's more like a content reviewer, but it requires you to be bilingual in either Korean or Japanese. And basically, the job description is you read the content and then you make summaries based off of what you read in English. So I applied to that. I don't know if I'm gonna get it because my Japanese is actually really rusty. And I think what they're looking for is something a little more like fluent, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not fluent. I'm definitely not, but I have an okay understanding of it. But yeah, I found out today that Wattpad and Webtoon are made by the same company, and I had no idea that these platforms that had such a big impact on my life were owned by the same people. Like I couldn't believe it. Okay, how did I draw legs? Let's look at the Y sketch. Also, I feel like her body can be a little thicker, like a little more beanie. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I feel like I'm not gonna get the job, but you know, I would love to. Plus, it would be a gateway. It would be a gateway to get into webtoon in a way that's sort of like not directly art related. Like maybe one day in work they'd be like, "Hey, does anyone draw?" And I'd be like, "Me." Me, I can draw. And then they'd be like, "All right, well, you know what? You've worked here for a little bit. Make a webtoon." I'd be like, "Hell yeah." That's like dreaming. That is like for sure dreaming. But you know, I've been watching Haikyuu recently, and a big thing is that if you don't believe it, or if you don't believe it, then it's not gonna happen. So I'm trying to figure out this mindset or keep that mindset. Sports animes have been kind of my savior. Not gonna lie, they've been kind of my therapy lately. They're teaching me a lot about like passion and not to beat yourself up, how to live life with failure and how to jump back from it, which is great. I need all of that, please. I need all of that good energy, please, because oh boy, it's rough. Yeah, so far this is coming out a lot cuter. We can call this beginner's luck, I guess. Let's just chop this up to beginner's luck. Again, but do we give her? Let's not. I was like, do we give her boobs? No, let's not. This is a chibi. Let's keep it that way. We'll see. I'll think about it. I was thinking like, what if it's not Nicole without her assets? Yeah, I wish the hand could be in a better position, more accurate to the pose, but oh well, whatever. It's supposed to be like right here. That kind of works. You know what? Fuck it. Whatever. If it's not proportional, whatever. We'll just call it foreshortening. Okay, I think the face is also a little too high, or the eyeline that I made. There we go. Again, too focused or too used to drawing hot guys now. Oh, it's this song. I've only heard this part. I feel like that's like that's how my reaction to like most BTS songs. It's like, oh yeah, I've only heard this one part. I didn't know that this was this song that was attached to it. This hand needs to be a little higher too. I don't like how long we made her arms. Okay, not gonna lie, liking this a lot more, which is great. I still think her arm is a little too short. Move this up a little bit. There we go. There we go. And this leg, I don't know. I feel like I could go out a little more. But that's hard to. No, I don't know. It kind of pops out a little more, but I can't exactly. I can't do that without it looking weird. I think I mentioned this a little bit ago, but I have finished uploading all of the past VODs, and now the YouTube channel is updated, and every VOD that comes out now is a recent VOD, which is great. I do feel relieved that it's all updated and I can delete all of the old ones that I was saving. And also that there's content on the channel. Loving the VODs. I'm glad. I'm glad that people are watching them. I'm gonna be honest. I don't get like a ton of views from those VODs, but like just because I don't get a lot of views doesn't mean that there aren't people watching, you know? And I think like the small amount of people that I do get from the VODs like matters. That's sort of my motivation for doing it. Wow, I wonder what song we're on. I don't recognize this one. People appreciating the shadows? Yeah, or, you know, like I wonder if people from the stream use the YouTube channel for when they don't catch a stream. Because honestly, like if I really think about it, I think the VODs on YouTube are better than the VODs on stream because you guys actually get to hear the music that I play. Twitch doesn't get to do that because Twitch is really, it gets really upset whenever I play music, but YouTube's more chill about it. It's like, yeah. Except for Plave. For some reason, when I want to play Plave in a stream, it gets blocked in a couple of areas. That's probably just like their copyright rules or the company that owns them, their copyright rules. But I'm like, what? Why? That's not fair. Okay, yeah, this is looking good. I'd like to suppose a little more. I feel like the more I mess with it, though, I do want to kind of edit it, but I feel like the more I mess with it, the worse it's going to be. It's also easier to watch on YouTube. Is it easier? How's it easier? Because I don't watch Twitch, or I don't really spend a ton of time on Twitch, honestly, which is a little hypocritical as a Twitch streamer, but yeah. But anyway, that's interesting. How is it easier? Just like the UI, or just like how accessible it is? I guess like if I think about it, so the Twitch VODs, they're on a different tab and you sort of have to go find it. So that's one reason that I can think of how it's easier. Okay, I think I made her neck a little too short. So we can actually lengthen her a little bit. But that might mess up everything else. So yeah, now her body proportion's a little off. Also YouTube is accessible on more platforms. So I mentioned this on stream, but lately what I've been doing, because I don't have a smart TV, but I want to watch YouTube or my content, or not my content, but content period on a bigger TV. So what I've been doing lately is I downloaded YouTube on my Switch and have been playing it via connecting it to the TV, HDMI, and stuff like that. And I love that. That's what I've been doing lately. So, but I can't do that with Twitch because Twitch isn't available on stuff like that. I use my Xbox for that. That's kind of the same as me using the Switch for that. It's the same reason. My mom was like, "Oh, I asked her for a smart TV, and she was like, no." And then she came into my room and was like, "Oh, you have a smart TV. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "No, it's not a smart TV. It's my Switch." I had to explain that to her. She was like, "Why don't you just use this?" And I'm like, "Cause it doesn't have Netflix." That's like the one thing. Like, so at least a smart TV you can have your streaming sites. So like Peacock, Hulu, blah blah blah, like YouTube and Netflix. But I can't do that on the Switch. I can only watch YouTube, and that really limits what I can watch on the TV. Which doesn't work as well. Yeah. You guys think I should switch to YouTube? No, I don't think I would. I don't know. Permission to dance. Okay, I think this is a good base. It's pretty good. It's better than what we had before. But let me. Ooh, that's rough. I feel like that leg at the bottom isn't long enough, but hold on. It's supposed to be proportional. It's not supposed to be proportional because it's supposed to be at an angle. I mean, I think this is as good best as we're gonna get. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay. Something else that I'm also trying to learn and teach myself is that if you do your best, then that's fine. As long as you did your best. If you can only get your sketch to like this, then that's fine. Like, you did your best. Just has us to. Oh yeah, technically YouTube. That's another reason why I keep YouTube or post YouTube VODs. I don't know. I do use YouTube a lot more, and I hope Twitch doesn't get mad at me for saying this. I mean, they're not gonna do anything. But can you imagine if like all of a sudden the section of the VOD is muted because I'm talking about YouTube? But I personally, like, just as a watcher, I prefer YouTube. Like, I don't watch live streams. And if I do watch live streams, it's always a VOD. So I just personally like YouTube a little more. Twitch is all of a sudden going to get mad at me. It's going to be like, traitor! Go stream on YouTube then. I'm a little sad for Hawkeye July to be ending, but I am excited that I'm not obligated to draw every day. I've discovered that I have a hard time doing stuff or doing things for long periods of time. Like, I never do anything like straight for like days in a row. I'll do something and then I'll take a break and then I'll get back to it. So I'm happy that I won't have to draw every day, but I am excited that I get to see my progress. I just want to look and compare to look at all of the Hawkeye Julys and just see how much I've improved. But there is something sad about it. I don't know. Drawing Hawkeyes has been kind of fun. Maybe I'll make it a hobby. I'll do that on the side. I'll draw Hawkeyes on the side. Okay, proportion-wise... Oh, it's butter. Nice. Okay, I think this is sort of wrong. Hold up. Not wrong, but... Hold on. I feel like her head needs to be bigger and the body needs to be slightly smaller. Maybe the real Hawkeye was the journey along the way. You're right. Okay, how do I do this? Hold up. I'm trying to think how to fix this. Okay, I think I had to make the body smaller, and then we had to make it bigger altogether. Maybe I was the real Hawkeye all along. I can dream. Yeah, definitely dreaming. Sorry. That was mean. Sorry. But I don't know how to respond to that other than that. Ah, that looks better. See? This matches a little more, but well, now her head is a little too big. There is no... What the fuck? There's no middle part. There's no middle ground. Let me see. Let me measure. I have to measure Wise's head. But I can't do that if I see... Unfollow? JK, just kidding. You better be... That reminds me. Okay, I need to warn people. Okay, so there was someone in the server that joined kind of recently, and they didn't seem like a bot at first because they also posted art. I mean, I kind of had a sneaky feeling even after they posted the artwork in the Discord, but I'm pretty sure that they are a bot and a scammer. So be wary of that. If you ever get a message from someone in my Discord. Yeah, be wary about that. I need to ban them. That reminds me, but I have like blocked them, so I thought that maybe automatically it would do that, but maybe not. Okay, we need room for her high heels, so I think this is good. I think we're Gucci on the proportions and stuff. At least I think. Maybe her head is still a little too big. I don't know. I'm like struggling with this. This would be easier if I could just copy and paste, but it's not good. That's not good to do that. That's too easy. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I keep always doing that. So in Clip Studio, you have the possibility to change like the anchor point of which you're rotating or scaling your stuff at. And I keep touching that thing and it's annoying. Technically, it wouldn't impact anything, but it's annoying. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't remember their name off the top of my head, but they messaged me on Discord one day and they were like, "Hey, can we talk if you have a moment?" And that made me nervous. Like genuinely, that made me nervous. I was like, "Oh God, what's this person gonna ask me? I don't know this person, but they're in my server." And I said, "Sure, what's up?" And then they responded with, "Can I talk to you when you have a minute if you don't mind?" So immediately I was like, "You're a bot. You're not a real person," or like something up. So I was like, banned and blocked. And I was like, okay, cool, situation resolved. But then Mitsuki, my friend, was like, "Hey, someone DM me from your server," and I was like, oh my God. Like, it's one thing to message me, right? Because I'm the head of the server, right? Like, that's fine. But if you message other people and bother other people, that's not right. That's not good. That's no. Do not do that. Do not bother other people with your scams, and because it's gonna be put onto me, right? Because they're from my server. So big no. Don't do that. Okay, I think we're okay with proportions and stuff. I think we can move on. Yeah, I think we can move on. Hell yeah. Hopefully. I mean, everything looks right, but there is always something. I kind of want to look up. I think I looked this up before, but I want to look up a height chart of all the Zenless characters so I can accurately depict this. I mean, technically, like Bell and Wise are the same. They're not the same height in the chain or in the keychain, but I do kind of want to check. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, agent height chart. That's what I was looking for. Let me take a sippy sip of water while we're here too. Okay, so she's like slightly shorter than Wise, so we can kind of. I don't want to ruin anything though, because all the proportions are correct. I think we'll be okay if we get away with the characters being at the same heights, because they are in acrylic charms. They might look weird next to each other, but individually, I think they'll look okay. Because that's the only thing they can really rely on. Okay, we need the big ol' eyes. Okay, is that good? Hope I never come off as that. Well, if you just kind of stay in your circle, don't be weird, and don't, do anything weird, then you should be fine. I don't know why you're so worried. If you just act like a normal person, then nothing bad will happen. Don't bother anyone else. But I mean, like, I didn't want to say anything, but even when I saw their art, I was kind of like, is this real? Like, okay, normal wasn't the right word. How about be a decent person? How about if you stay or if you act as a decent person and don't bother anyone, then you'll be fine. I watched all of my dreams. Okay, the dream thing. Okay, do I play along with this or do I not? Cool. I actually meant to watch Ollie's stream, like not dream wise, but like actually watch it, and support my friend. But I just didn't want to. Not that I didn't want to, but I just kind of wanted to be alone because I was kind of caught in my thoughts, and I ended up just like watching comfort videos. But I'm Gucci now. Well, I don't want you to support it in your dreams. I want you to actually be there and to acknowledge that you were there. Because having it as or stating that it was a dream, I don't know. It kind of undermines it a little bit. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyway, it's just a joke, so. That reminds me. I saw a TikTok earlier, like putting into words that or why artists get upset when you compare their original characters to existing characters. And I'm glad that I watched that because I've always been upset about that, but I never understood why. And they put into really good words. When you compare someone's OC to a real character, it undermines the decisions that they made. So all the design decisions, it kind of makes it feel like you're copying someone else, but that's not the reality of it, It's just kind of coincidental. So a pro tip for non-artists: do not say that to an artist because it's not necessarily a compliment. Like maybe you don't mean to, but at the same time, it's like try not to. I don't know if that's the same for every artist, but I think that's like the general census on that. It's kind of there's also someone there's another one that was like why you don't ask artists to draw you. It's like are you gonna pay me? It's like I would rather be drawing other things. Okay, her eyebrows are wrong again. What the fuck? But also I should be doing this on a different layer. There we go. Okay. This looks so crazy. The space fish looks so crazy. We better give her some features or else it's gonna creep me out. God, okay. How do we do this expression? Because her eyebrows are tilted upwards, so it's kind of like this awkward thing, but she's not? That's like the opposite of what I'm trying to go for? There we go. I think that works. Okay, so far so good. I feel good about this. Does Nicole actually have bottom eyelashes, or am I just adding this? She has something going on. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, why am I guessing? I can literally look this up, man. Like, let's look at pictures of Nicole. Zenless. Nicole. I think she does. I'm remembering my time playing with her in the game. Yeah, I think so. I am right. I'm gonna be sad when we finish Zenless because I'm so attached to the characters that we've met so far that I don't want to leave them, and I have a bad feeling that in the next or in season 2 we don't really see him as much. Story wise, I guess I think there is a way where you can hang out with them on your like spare time and free time. But story wise, I don't think we see them again, and it makes me sad. That makes me sad because I love them so much. Uh, wow, the eyeball is eyeballing. Hey, okay. Let's run with this momentum. Oh my god. Okay, I've been struggling with this a little. I always struggle with this. I don't know why I'm acting like it's a new thing, but I can never draw the pupils looking in the right direction. Do I want? There it goes. Is that good? There we go. Okay. Eyelashes. Mind if I see some of your creative juices, or do you need them right now? I mean, I can spare a little bit. Like, let me pour you some out right now. You know, this is me pouring it. This is me pouring, giving you a cup of creative juice, and then I hand it to you. Here you go. I forgot that I had my water cup out. Oh, that works. That works. Oh, you just need a shot? Okay. Let me pour. I gave you a big cup by accident. You just need a shot? Alright, I'll just pour. Let me grab a shot glass and let me pour it out. There you go. You know what's funny? In my house, I don't have cups. I have mugs and then shot glasses. there's no in between. I don't know. Like as a kid, I would collect mugs, and now I'm kind of stuck with them as an adult, and I have no cups. And it's like I can't get rid of perfectly good mugs, right? So I'm sort of stuck with these all these mugs with no cups. And I'm a little embarrassed every time my friends come over and they're like, "Can I have a water?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And then I pull out like a cute looking mug. And then like I had to drink alcohol from my mug. It's like it's not classy. It's not classy at all. Okay, how did I draw noses? That's a good one. Nicole has kind of like a this nose going on, so I don't know. That looks weird. Ugh, that's so ugly. What the fuck is wrong with me? This is my favorite part of the song. Use the same two cups. I had a teacher who would drink a big gulp every day, and I remember Mitsuki pointed it out to me, and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, our teacher always drinks like a big gulp," and I'm like, "Every day?" Like she's like maybe it's water, like maybe sometimes she uses the same cup, but I swear to God, it's a big gulp every day. And I was like, "No way!" So I looked, and I was like, "No way, she does." Like, does she drink a big gulp of Coke every day? That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of Coke. And every day? That I feel like that would kill you. So I pray that that teacher like just reuses it and saves the environment, drinks water from it, because a Coke every day that size could kill a person. Ooh, okay, that I okay. Wait. Okay, I'm not gonna point. Let's not point fingers just yet. Also, I want that eye to be a little like. There we go. Save my work. I should actually save my work because I also haven't named this file, so yeah, that'll be good. Let's see. Nicole Chibs 2. Yeah, I haven't drawn chibis in a hot minute, but so far so good. I knew. I told myself when I was designing my OCs or redesigning them for the first time, I was like, huh, make sure that this is like your last time because you have a bad habit. Me, talk myself. You have a bad habit of redesigning them too often, and you just just do something good and then leave it. And then a couple months later, I was like, you know what? I'm not happy with this. So I hope this is like our final time redesigning it. Because I want to start making like charms or merchandise of them. And I can't do that if they keep changing. Okay. I think that's what I was looking up, right? I was trying to look up like her eye makeup. It's hard to see, but Nicole, there's a lot of detail when it comes to her eyes. Yeah, okay. They're so chunky. I'm trying to practice being delicate. There we go. Do you guys tend to be more heavy-handed or light-handed when it comes to things like drawing or like even writing? I think when I write, my pen is very like pressed down. There's even a crack in my Apple Pencil. There's a crack in it from me pressing so hard. I wish my handwriting was prettier. You would think as an artist that my handwriting would be really pretty, right? But it's not. It's really like chunky and kind of kitty. I don't know. Like what how old do I have to be for my handwriting to start becoming that like really nice, mature, like cursive type shit? Like how old do I have to be for that to start happening? It's definitely an improvement from when I was in middle school or high school, but still not cute. Like it's too cute. I don't know. I feel like if I ever write anyone a note, they're gonna think like, did a child write this? And I'll be like, yeah. Ooh, man, that's wrong. Oof, that eye is rough. This is why we flip our canvas. Maybe I should start channeling cursive into my writing. It's kind of a fallen art, or yeah, it's like a it's a lost art, cursive. No one teaches cursive anymore apparently. Like all the children, we don't learn cursive anymore. I learned it in the 3rd grade. What do you mean you don't know how to read and write cursive? That reminds me, in high school, we had a writing prompt one day where we had to write in cursive, and I was one of the only people who could write properly because I remembered it from like the 3rd grade. And I could also like kind of remember how to read it too. It's weird. Like, how do you not know? I mean, is there really a purpose to cursive nowadays? A lot of our forms and stuff are typed out. So maybe that's why it's sort of dying. But I still think it's kind of, I don't know, like it's just a formal way to write. That's funny. No, I don't write cursive normally. I write in print. But Army was taught to write in cursive. So he writes in cursive, and I remember finding that out for the first time and being like, what is wrong with you? Like, who taught you? Who taught you that? He said that his teacher had told him that high schools only will force you to write in cursive, so you might as well start right now. But I'm like, that's not true. That is a lie. And I was not taught that. But yeah, I don't do that. I was not taught to write cursive like all the time. I was just sort of taught for not for fun, I guess. Like maybe it was for fun. You could argue it was, but I don't do it every day. I was just taught to write cursive, and it just stuck. That's probably the best thing, honestly, because at least your handwriting is legible to a certain degree, you know. And I think, yeah, if I did write in cursive, my handwriting would be prettier. My penmanship would be way nicer. But I just don't. Do people are people able to read what you write in cursive? Because I think like with the loss of learning how to write, we also don't remember how to read it. So like, do you run into that? Yeah, like even though it's dying, I still think that people should carry through with it. But nowadays, it's everything's digital, right? So email, typing, documents, and stuff like that. So there's not really a reason to have print or to print write letters. But it's kind of nice. That's why sometimes I contemplate having a pen pal to send letters to. It's kind of like a fun, almost vintage thing now. You know, it's like a vintage idea of writing letters, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to say that, but that's how it feels. I did have an opportunity in college to have a pen pal with international students. This was during COVID, so right when I started college. I sent out a letter and I never got anything back, so that kind of turned me off from pen pals. Period. Because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all that work for what? Nothing. Because I made my letter really pretty. I put tape on it. I introduced myself, and nothing came back. Got nothing back from it. So I was like, fuck it. We're no more pen pals. And then my friend, she was like, "Oh, let's write to each other every day. It'll be fun, like pen pals." When she went on her like religious mission, and she sent me one letter. I sent her one letter. I sent her two letters, and then she only sent me one throughout the whole time. And I was like, "Welp, welp, that was great. That was a great 2 letter streak." Like she said she was busy. I think that's what her excuse was, but I was like, "Bro, what? You don't have time to write me a letter?" That looks kind of funny. I don't know. I don't like the way how do we make it look cute? I have to simplify it, I think. There we go. That looks better. Hey, cute. All right. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Yeah, this is coming out a little better. I still don't know what to do about the hand because again, this is a dilemma that we had last time where we don't I don't know whether to add fingers. I've seen this thing where people will like switch styles for one hand and I think it looks a little weird. I think doing it is a little weird, but I think when people look at it from like a third perspective, no one cares. So let's just fuck it. I'm so excited for Monday. So recently, G Kids has been producing or has been playing a ton of anime films in, or they're playing them back in theaters. And the one that's on Monday is Summer Wars, which is so good. Summer Wars is so good. I recommend it to everyone. The story is great. The animation is great. And so when they announced that they were playing it in theaters again, I was like, I have to go see it. I've never seen it in theaters. I've always watched it at home, and so the cinematic experience of the theater is just gonna amplify everything. And I'm so excited. I'm gonna cry. Her hand is like way too close to her face, and it bothers me. Like it's her thumb is like supposed to be kind of covering it, but this is still kind of a lot. Okay, does shrinking it help a little bit? Kind of. There we go. Okay. The thumb needs to come out a little more though, like that. But the tangents. You know what? I think that's the best we're gonna do. I was like, I don't want it to look chunky. I don't want her hands to look so chunky, but it's a chibi. There's no escaping that. That's just the caveat. You draw a chibi, you're gonna have little chunky hands. That's just how it rolls. That's just how it goes. Okay, we can do her hair. I do want to draw out where her ear is. We actually don't see her ears, but it's good to know where they are because her earrings show. Which I never understand. I never understood designs that did that where you can't necessarily see the ear, but you still see the earring, because it kind of leaves the imagination open to like what is that connected to. We can assume it's connected to an ear, right? But we don't know, so it just leaves the imagination to run wild. But that just may be a me thing, and like no one else cares. I don't know. Okay, hair. This is one of the things that gave us trouble last time, but I think I have grown since then. We have grown as an artist. I have drawn many hairstyles, so we should be Gucci. I mean, so far so good. Like I just drew like one part of the bang, and I'm like, hell yeah, hell yeah. This is great. We're doing so good. Okay, this comes down a little too hard. I'm a little sad that Nicole doesn't have an agent story in Zenless. I feel like there is a lot that we don't really know about her and could be explored. Because I've heard some things online about Nicole, but we don't necessarily get that in game. So it's like, where do we get that? How are we supposed to get that information if you're a late player? Just not at all. You just sort of you're nope, just none. There we go. Okay. Oh god, this song. This song's so old. Oh my god. Is her ear in a good place? I feel like it's kind of far from her head. Also, her ear needs to be slightly bigger so that it aligns with the eye line and the nose. There we go. That looks better. If it sticks out too much, it looks weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is aligning a little better. This is maybe, yeah, I can chalk that our other drawing as like a fluke, a little a little fumble, a bit of a rough day, you know, and you can't have good days without rough days. Let's just say that. Let's just look at it from a positive perspective and say that, you know, you have to have good with bad. As much as I wish that all my art pieces could be great right off the bat, that's just not a thing that can happen. That's just not something that happens. It's RNG, bro. Speaking of RNG and lads, there's a new event, and I was like, I'm not gonna roll for it. Like, I don't really care about this event, and it's not for my favorite guy. But stupid Infold always keep the company that runs the game keeps giving me free currency to roll for it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you have to do it for the one that I don't care about? Can I cash it in for a different event? I'm like, why? Out of all the events, it literally gave me like 20 free polls, and I was like, what the fuck? And I can only use it for that event, so I'm like, you know, I might as well use it. Like, I don't want it to go to waste, but why? Can't always win when gambling. On the contrary, I win what, like 50? I don't know what the odds are. You know what's so sad? Like I calculate the odds more often now. Ever since like playing gotcha games like Zenless and Genshin, I'm like, all right, what are in lads? But I'm like, what is the pity? What are the odds of me getting this thing on a blind box? I'll literally look at my friend and be like, all right, I only like 2 out of the 10 options. What are my odds of getting one of them? And then she'll like do like quick calculation and be like, it's this much, and I'm like, not worth it. And then I'll put it down. Honestly, that's better than me wasting my money on a chance, right? At least I'm kind of calculating it. I'm calculating the odds and doing based off that. That's smart. See, I have matured. I don't just gamble. I gamble when I know I have odds. When the odds are in my favor. Okay. We're missing a bit of volume. Let me draw like the overall shape. Okay, I'm gonna assume that hopefully her being wider won't affect the overall shape of the charms, because I want them all to be at least the same height. There we go. Okay. Oh, one of my favorite songs nowadays. I love this song. It makes me feel like I'm in a K-drama, or like it's like the ending of a anime or something. That's what I feel like. Yeah, this is coming out way better. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I like having the base sketch like at really low opacity so that I have more creative liberty. Like the base sketch is more like just a guideline for me to keep everything accurate. But otherwise, everything I draw over is free game. Yeah, see, we don't get to see her earrings, and they're very cute. They're like these little heart shapes, these golden hearts, but we don't get to see that because her hair covers it. Today, there's a concert in the park, in the local park playing, and my mom was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, I have something. I'm streaming." And she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna bring our dog." And I was like, all right. I mean, sure. I don't know if she'll appreciate it, but that's cute." He's like, "All right, then I'll bring I'll bring our dog." I'm like, "Okay." All right, way to replace me. That's great. Ooh, do not click that. Bring the next child. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Guys with like people with siblings, is that how it is? Or it's like, oh, the oldest sibling can't do it? All right, middle child. All right, middle child can't do it. Youngest child, let's go. Is that how it goes? It's just like you just go down the line and see who can fill the space. This is coming out really cute. You know, Nicole, I don't think I have that animosity towards you anymore. I think our relationship has been mended, and I can freely look at you, talk to you, and draw you without any fear or anxiety. Thank you. Thank you. Therapy session almost concluded. I'm glad you made up. Free child 2 gets the groceries. Yeah. See, me as the only child, I don't have that. Okay, so either I help my mom, right, or I'm the only one carrying it, or she brings it in and I put them away. Still like a team effort. All right, cool. We chillin'. I mean, I don't want to jump to any conclusions that Nicole and I have made up because something could go wrong, and then that will ruin everything. Like something could happen in the drawing that's equivalent to a game of Uno, and our friendship could be completely ruined. Friendship, quote unquote. There we go. Hey, okay. Hey, not so bad. Hey. Hey. My comfort content lately has been watching Plave live streams. So if you guys aren't aware, Plave is a virtual idol group, and on top of being idols, they also live stream once in a while. Not once in a while. They actually stream like every week. They're actually they're pretty popular, and not what I say. They're pretty active on like the live streaming space via YouTube. But again, they stream at a time where they're in Korean time, so I can't exactly watch all their streams. So I just watch the VODs. So I've just been watching that, and the cool part is too that their team is big now to the point where they translate streams. It takes a couple of days, but they translate them into English, which is really cool. VOD gang. I don't know why I just prefer watching. Not that I prefer it. Like jumping into a live stream when you can is fun, and it is cool to be a part of what is happening in the moment. But like a lot of times, I just miss it, or I can't. So plus, I can't understand them anyway, so I have to wait for the VODs, period, with translations. But anyway, that's what I've been watching. I'm watching a lot of Plave content, and they about like last year they released like original content. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a show where the content feels more streamlined, but it basically feels like they're live streams. Just the content's just more streamlined, and I've just been catching up on those, watching those. They're very funny. Sometimes we play Plave on the channel, but I haven't done it recently because YouTube. That's like the one type of music that YouTube blocks out in certain areas. So that's why we haven't listened to them lately, but I love Plave. I think out of like BTS versus Plave right now, Plave would be my biggest thing, but we're not playing them because YouTube is mean. That's the one song that I can't play. But anyway, go stream Plave. Okay, Hair is herring. Hair is for sure herring, and I love it. She is so cute. Not hairy, but hair ring. Yeah, hair ring. Like it's doing, like it's doing its job. It's fishing. Like the fish. Hair ring. Hair is herring. What did Army say the other day that was like I feel like he got it from me. You guys ever like hang out with a friend so much that you kind of start copying their mannerisms? Army said something that was totally like me coded, but I can't remember what it was. But it made me laugh so hard. It was like the hair is not herring or something like that. Like it's something to that equivalent. I was like, I've never heard you say that. And he was like, oh, I think I got it from you. Gross. And I was like, hey, that's a win for you. Call it gross, but that's a win for me. If I can affect your brains and make you guys say copy my mannerisms, that's a win for me. Masaing, exactly. Sometimes I copy Army with like terms because he'll say like a lot of league terms like he's feeding, like so when I see someone doing that or doing that I'll be like he's feeding, he's inting, stuff like that. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to clean this up. Okay, that's actually a good size. I think that's. I'm trying to compare it to something. I don't know if it needs to be bigger or smaller. I don't want it to go farther than that, so we'll just have to stick with that. What do we sacrifice here for height? I don't want to minimize it, so we're having that same dilemma as we were originally, where she just kind of she just is too tall. Or her stuff is just way too big. Okay, I think, yeah. Well, I'm trying not to go bigger than that, so hopefully this will be okay. Hopefully none of the Zenless fans will be like, ugh, you drew Nicole's bows too small. That's not how they look like. Did I play Zenless yesterday? Oh, I did play Zenless yesterday. Right. I have to remember when I can and can't play because there was a thing, like a login event where if you log in for like what was it, a week straight, you get rewards, but you had to keep consistent or else it restarts. And you don't make up the rewards that you or you can't stack up on rewards either if you do that. So I was like, oh, did I mess up? No, I think I finished it out, which is good. It's best to get those done ASAP so that you can like there's no pressure if you can't if you miss a day. Had to look for a bit, but I'm back. I mean, you were eating dinner, right? So that's fine. I mean, so far so good. I think this sketch is majorly better. Look, Hot Guy July was good for something other than learning how to draw hot guys. My art has like jumped. I drew my OC the other day for a prompt, right? And I low-key didn't recognize my own artwork. I was like, did I draw this? This doesn't look like my style at all. What the fuck happened? But not gonna lie, like that I like that drawing a lot, but it's kind of funky looking. Like I drew him way too cute. Then took a walk. Hey, that's nice. That's chill. It's always nice to take a walk. Like whenever like after streams I always like get up and walk around a little bit. Yeah, you're being productive and that's fine. That's fine. Taking a walk is good. Sometimes it's good to just clear your head. Whenever I'm having trouble with art too, I urge myself to just get up and do something. Which is a much healthier mindset than what I had as like a kid. In middle school when I would draw, I would draw for hours and I would not go outside at all. And I would churn out pieces like that, like snap, 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 dun, 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 dun. But that's not healthy. You know, like I like that this is a balance. Like that's one way to improve, right? If you keep drawing and drawing, but it's not healthy. For sure. Force you go on a walk. It makes you feel better. I never recognize my own artwork. I had the opposite same face syndrome. I think I'm getting a little better at same face syndrome. I think in my old artwork you can definitely see it, but I think I've grown, which is good. Which is good. The next thing I want to tackle after Hawkeye July is learning how to render. I want to learn how to paint like the gods, like the beautiful artists on Red Note. They rendered like beautiful pieces, and I'm like, how do I do that? It'll be like a Genshin character, but it's rendered like in the most beautiful way possible, and I'm like, how do you do that? I want to do that. I wouldn't do that like a lot. I think it would be for like some pieces where I would just churn out painting. Because that shit takes a while, and it wouldn't be like my main style. But the knowledge of just being able to do that, I want what you have. You have something I want. Me pointing at Chinese or like Japanese artists who paint beautifully. Oh yeah, clothing folds. I've been getting a little better at that, but that's only with reference. I want to be able to kind of churn that out like in my own, like without having to look at a reference. Just being like, hey, oh, this is like a looser fabric. You know, it gets caught around the armpit and the elbow. You know, if you're bent this way, it looks like that. Stuff like that too. I want to learn. Yeah, studies would be really good for that. Just painting like fabric and stuff. I make them up and I hope it looks okay. That's what I do most of the time. If I don't have a reference, I do like straight up just wing it. Cause what can you do? Like no one's really gonna be like, bro, is that fucking polyester? That ain't what polyester looks like. What is that? Cotton? Like no one's gonna be like that, you know? Like no one cares, and you can kind of chalk it up to like it's my style, right? But the ability to have that would be cool. You know, I think it would elevate your artwork like a ton. I don't know why I'm like copying this 1-to-1 from the official artwork. I don't need to do that. It'd be better if I didn't actually. So let's change that. I did miss this art stream because I use this as like talking points where I can just chat and kind of just therapeutically talk, which is great. That's not how fabric works. Like, no one's gonna say that. I don't know. Like, but it would be nice to know, because I see artists who draw fabric. They draw like they'll just draw like a button-up shirt, and it's like the most realistic button-up shirt in the world. And I'm like, how do you do that? I want to, how? But yeah, I would love to. I just want to see like my beautiful OCs like rendered, like really really cute, and like this really beautiful painted style. But yeah, I need to learn how to do that. Painting in digital is not my strong suit. I think I've said this before, but I can't, for some reason my mind can't wrap around like how to paint digitally, because it doesn't work the same way as like real paint. So my mind can't really, I don't know how to do it. All I know is that you paint in black and white first, and then you like use like, I don't know, like a multiply layer over it to add color, and I'm like, and then you like add details on top, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like those stupid art tutorials where it's like, I draw a circle, all right, now add the details. It's like, you skip the step or two, or like, 300. The problem with learning how to render is that there is no one method, and every artist does it differently. And that's annoying. That's annoying. Because then at that point, you have to kind of study what artists you look up to and render and study how they do it. And it's like, oh no, can you just tell me how to do it? Like, my brain can't really wrap around. I don't have enough brain power to study how you do it based on just your art pieces. I would like you to tell me, please. But nope, that is not how you do it. Okay, what am I... We had to break up this block of, like, this pink hair that she has. But the way that they do it in the official artwork is a little strange. There's just kind of, like, a random space right here. Yeah, I legitimately don't know how to paint. But I think the black and white thing is good, because one big thing that beginner artists like make a mistake on is just having no contrast. That's why their artwork can look a little muddy, or like some areas will get lost. And the big thing is contrast, and the best way to look at it is, when it's in black and white. That's something that was taught in school, but I've never really channeled that. I painted one thing digitally and I was like, fuck, this is hard. Good thing I don't have to do that again, but I wanted to learn more. Oh my god, Nicole, your stupid acrylic charm is gonna be gigantic with your goddamn hair. Jesus Christ, look at this. Oh my god. We hold up. Let's fucking grab this and shrink that shit. Okay, hydrate and hold up. I can only do one thing at a time. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Lucky for me and lucky for chat, who's always like, Masa, you always forget to save. Someone redeemed a save your work earlier, and we named the file, so we don't have to. We can just press Control S and done. It is saved. And I am drinking water. No, I did them both simultaneously. Okay. There we go. That's not so hard. I'm drinking lemonade today. Every time I think of lemonade, I think of like Ollie's story where they were at a restaurant with their family and everyone ordered alcohol and they ordered a lemonade. And the waitress just kind of looked at them funny. I always think about that. Like, welcome to a restaurant. What would you like to drink? Yeah, I'd like a beer. Oh, yeah, me too, a beer. And then they go to, okay, how about you? I would like a lemonade. I'd like a lemonade, please. Lemonade? Are you like 5 years old? That's what I think about. That's what I think about all the time. No, I get it. I also don't drink alcohol. I drink alcohol like very seldomly and only with like when the mood or when I feel, like it. So it's like me but with like a diet coke. My mom will be next to me and I'd like a Cabernet Sauvignon, please. From blah 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 New Zealand, and I'm like, can I have a Coke? Could I have a water? I'll just like when I do a water, it looks like I'm being sober, right? Like I'm being good and healthy. But if I order a Coke, it's like, it feels like very immature. But anyway, back to work. Did I take away my boba cup? I wish I had boba. There was something I wanted to bring up. Oh yeah, Genshin. I was playing Genshin with Mitsuki the other day, and we were fangirling over the Nod Cry characters, and how I was saying oh god, I love every new character that comes out. I think this is the one time I really want every character that's coming out. And I brought up Varka, and she was like, "Oh yeah, Varka, Mr. Grandmaster," and I was like, "That's the Grandmaster? He's the Grandmaster of Mondstadt? Where the hell has he been all this time?" She was like, around, hang out around to that. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's why Jean is the acting Grandmaster." It was like all clicking in my brain. Also, don't like soda. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't like soda, but I don't know. When I drink a lemonade, it feels very fancy. Like I don't know. I don't know why I'm like I had to be at brunch to order a lemonade. Oh, he was in Nod Cry. He's been in Nod Cry. That's right. You know what? That makes sense. I don't know. Maybe Mitsuki was trying not to spoil it for me or something. I don't know, but I don't know. Lemonade feels fancy. Like I don't know why in my brain or who taught me that, but I was like, that's fancy. That's fancy stuff. I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. That's just how my brain works. I don't know how we're gonna break up Nicole's gigantic pink blob mop of hair. I should say, the proper term is mop. Kaya has a Calvary. He does. I didn't know that. Yeah, I second that. I would also like to know. Earlier, like right before stream, I was looking up how to pronounce Leeway characters' names, and all of the videos that I've seen are like 4 years old, so they don't even cover some of the new characters. Well, who did I just meet? I did like the teapot quest, so I met Yanfei, and I was like, oh, how do I pronounce fucking Shuna's name? And none of the videos had it. I'm like, god damn it. I'm just okay. Well, looks like I'm just gonna call them by their Japanese names. God damn it, Nicole, your big ass pink hair. He's the cavalry captain. I thought he was like, oh, I thought well, you know what? That makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. God, I do want to play Star Rail, but the one thing that's really throwing me off is the stupid turn-based gaming. I don't. I love all the male characters, and I would love to just have them, just to eye candy kind of thing. But I'm like, turn based. No, gross. Oh no, I don't want to do that. But Boot Hill, but all the other characters. Oh well, that's just the. You know what? I don't need to add another game into my roster, I'll be okay. I can just admire them from afar. I can just, I'll just look at them from afar and just watch clips out of context. You can put them on autoplay. Really? That feels like not cheating, but a little lazy. That was me yesterday. It was like autoplaying the stupid dialogue from Genshin because I did not want to listen to to the audio. I'm like, give me my teapot. I'm not even gonna use my teapot. Give it to me. skip audio. Skip audio. Just give me the teapot. Give me the teapot and let me move on. Okay, I don't know if I like the look of this. That looks kind of funky. Nicole, your hair is so huge. Your hair is gigantic. Girl, how do you carry that? How do you fight with this mop on your head? I feel like it would weigh me down. I'd be fighting, I'd be fighting, what is it, Eternals, whatever, like this. Head like that. They make you fight important fights. At least that's good. At least they don't. At least they don't. They force you to put some work into it. Oh, you were pretty close. Someone on stream told me how to do it, but I don't remember. I don't remember how to do it. I'm not too attached to her, so it's fine. We're not gonna see her again after this quest. I don't know. I think like I'm gonna have a great time in Inazuma. Like at least I know how to pronounce all the names in Inazuma. Like that's not hard. That's gonna be great. But then I got a little spoiled on on like a little bit of the story. So now I'm so curious. I'm like, oh, how does that happen? Like why? I must know. I have to know now. You're in it for the plot for Star Rail. Yeah, I mean that's a good reason. I don't know. I don't know if I can really have the time to add another game to my roster. I don't know. I don't know. I do and I don't. Like I want to, and I don't at the same time. Maybe after 2 years, of playing Genshin, we'll try Star Rail. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm still pretty occupied with my love Zenless. What is going on with Nicole's outfit? What the fuck? Wait, what is actually happening here? Does she wear two jackets? I am so confused. Inazuma will be a nice break before you get to Samaria and some of the names are outright mispronounced horribly in English. Oof. Won't that be fun? Yeah, I'll be in Inazuma being like, hey, I know how to pronounce this character's name, and then I'll be in Inazuma being like, how? At least I know Sino. That's good enough. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm playing in Japanese. But okay, that doesn't help me because the names are different in Japanese. Most of the time. I'll literally be playing and I'll be like, "Oh, great, they're gonna talk," and then they'll say their name, and I'll be able to know how to pronounce it, and then they'll say a completely different name, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like even giving me the Japanese pronunciation of their English name would help me, because then I could sort of break it down and just hear how they say it. But no, no. Oh shoot, we had to draw her dumbass fucking Bangbu, a billion or whatever his name is. I saw fan art for Zenless for a seal Bangbu, and I want a seal Bangbu. He was really cute. He could be companions to the shark one. They could be friends. Whoever designed Bangbus needs a raise. I feel like they are the cutest mascots. They're so cute. I love Bangbu. Wait, really? The English dub ignores all the pronunciations. So like Tignari, Tignar. It's happening already. I'm not even in Sumeru. It's happening outside. It's happening before I could even like see Sumeru on the map. Also, I thought about this the other day. I was looking at the mapping gauge and I'm like, the Discord was like, Masa, you better not skip. You better not go to different areas. And I'm looking at the map and I'm like, how would I skip? Like, where? I can't even. How am I going to travel to some of these places? Some of these places are incredibly far. How am I going to skip? So that's just another way of me telling you guys that I am not going to skip areas. Also, it doesn't make sense. I feel like I would just be so lost. Paimon will be like, huh, remember that thing that happened in Inazuma? And I'm like, yep, totally. A lot of the Sumeru characters are named after people? Really? What? How does that work? Fontaine Sumeru will give you a waypoint? I mean, if I can't even handle Inazuma, then how am I going to handle Fontaine and Sumeru? Like, if the game works how it should, then the difficulty should just continuously increase after one another. So I don't think I should. You should definitely go in order. Yeah, I wasn't going to skip. I actually never thought of the idea of skipping until you brought it up. And I was like, huh, you're right, it's open world. I could technically skip, but it never crossed my mind until until it was brought up. This isn't her actual Bangbu, right? It's kind of like a plushie version of it. That reminds me, I saw someone on TikTok commission an artist to make a plushie of their OC, and I want one now. I want a plushie of my OC so I can carry them around with me everywhere. Oh, I want to do that. Well, first of all, I have to, design them first. So that's one thing that's stopping me. But one day, I want one. I want a plushie of my OC. I want all merch of my OC. That reminds me, do the people who have OCs, which by the way, guys, I don't know anybody new or OC stands for original character. I don't know if I ever brought this up, but anyway, do you guys have voice claims for your OCs? I feel like it's kind of not ancient art, but like that's kind of like a thing that I don't see around anymore. I wrote it down. I wrote down some of the voice roles, but I can't remember where I put that for some of my OCs. But it's kind of hard, not gonna lie. I feel like every time there's a video like voice claims for your OC, they're always kind of the same voices. It's like it's Bryce Papenbrook, or it's I don't know, fucking I don't know, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like all right, give me something new. Give me some different voices, please. My character would not sound like Cat Noir. He would sound like somebody else. I really don't know what my characters sound like. I have like a kind of like a little bit of an idea. That's why voice claims kind of help. It doesn't really benefit. There's no benefit or anything. It's just kind of like a fun little thing. Although in my brain, in my delulu little brain, I'm kind of like if my product or my IP ever gets popular enough to have like an animation and I want voice actors, this is who I would cast, in my little delulu brain. But otherwise, it's more like just a fun thing, little thing. Well, this her bang boo thing is gonna cover up most of her arm, so that's nice. I won't have to draw an arm. This thing is gigantic. But yeah, one day I will have a plushie of my OCs, all four of them, and I could carry them around with me. I would love to take them traveling, but it would not be good if I lost it. Can you imagine? Like I go on to Twitter, I'm like, anyone at the Niagara Falls, if you see this plushie, please mail it back to me. Or anywhere, I don't know, like in Japan, I'm like, hey, actually, Japan wouldn't be so hard to find. It would probably be exactly where I left it, so I don't need to worry about that. But I would love to. If anyone is in, I don't know, Chicago and went around this area, please help me find my plushie that I lost. I don't know. It's just a picture of my OC as a plushie. I would love that. Yeah, I also can't imagine my stuff being live action. Although I think it would be fun because in Japan they like to do this thing where they do like live plays or like play productions of animes. They recently just announced the cast for the Windbreaker anime cast, and I was like, "Oh, right, that's something that they do. That would be kind of fun to see." They did that for Demon Slayer too. Like that's the only live action I will consider having my work be a part of. Cause I think that would be funny. That would be really fun. But otherwise, I don't know. And I've thought about like 3D animation versus 2D, and I'm like, I think it could go either way. Honestly, would prefer 2D, but a 3D anime wouldn't isn't so bad nowadays. I think back then it was kind of not stigmatized, but not too popular for 3D anime. But ever since Beastars and what Land of the Illustrious, it's kind of grown. Depends on the studio. Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about this as if this is a thing. This is like in my little delulu brain, but you know what they say: if you believe it, it will happen. So if you say it, it will happen. So talking about it does it kind of fills that delulu, but that delusion. But I welcome it. Would love. It is fun to imagine. It is. Sometimes I imagine myself at like a con being interviewed, like at a panel, and I think about the questions I would be asked. It's like, why does your character? What were your thoughts when you were designing this character? And I'm like, that's a great question, And I love imagining that. Very, very delusional, but Or I like imagining like maybe one day I'll be walking around and I'll see, I don't know, like merchandise of my OC from a project that got popular, and I'll be like, "Oh my god!" And, like just go up to them and be like, "Hey, I like your pin," and then I just walk away. Not even say anything. Just let them be like, "Huh? Who was that person? Who the hell was that lady? That was weird." And then I'll go on Twitter being like, today I saw somebody with this charm, like talking about them. And that person would be like, oh my god, I accidentally met the creator of my favorite thing. Oop. That would be great. All delusions, but would be great. Okay, there's a bit of a tangent here, but hopefully that's not gonna ruin anything. There's like this space where it's just Nicole's skin, but I think we'll be okay. This isn't cropped enough. But tangent. Speaking of OCs, I also saw that some people celebrate their OC's birthday, and I kind of want to start implementing that. Literally, I saw this girl. She bought like a cake with her OC's face on it, and she invited all her friends, and they just kind of hung out. And I don't think they brought gifts, but I imagine if they did bring gifts, it would just be like fan art of OC or something, of the OC, or just anything related. And I low key want that. I want to do that. I have birthdays for my OCs, but I never do anything with them. They're just kind of knowledge that I keep to myself. But if I could celebrate a birthday, like throw them a birthday party, would love. That'd be great. I think that'd be so funny, and just have like decorate, just decorate based on the OC. That would be so fun. I think we'll have to do. Where's my calendar? I think I wrote it down in my calendar. I did birthday art for one of them. I've never done that. I always forget. I'm not gonna lie. I always forget my OC's birthday, which is very sad. I forget my children's birthday all the time. Did I write it down? Whose birthday is next? It has. Come on. I didn't write it down? That's so weird. Wait. It has to be here. At least in my notes or something. I have to figure this out. I swear to God. They exist. They should be thankful. Yeah, you know what? That's true. That's good enough. But there is something in me that just wants to do it more. Not for them, but for me. I think it'll be fun. Plus, it'd be like a way to get fan art or art of my OC and have fun with friends. Where the hell is it? You know what? I have a Discord server with like all their information. I can just look at that. Whose birthday is next? Da. Whose birthday is next? Let me think. So, okay. Wait, that's not that's not updated. Oop. I don't know why I keep that. Okay, Liling, her birthday is April 5th. That's past. Namito, his birthday is December 7th. I think that's okay. That's up there. December 7th. Can, her birthday is August 15th. August 15th! Wait, that's the next one. Oh my god. Okay, that's the next one. Ryota. Where is his birthday? His birthday is February 9th. Oh. So 2 birthdays have passed already. I am a bad parent. I'm a bad parent. I missed 2 of my children's birthdays already. Okay, I will. You have one in December too? Wow. I gotta write these down. 30th or the 31st though? Wow. So you can cover both Christmas and his birthday in one day, huh? Wow, what a good parent. Have you seen that where it's like parents, they celebrate it all on one day, so you don't get double the presents, you just get one present? And I think that's so sad. Yeah, I had to write these down. Okay, Ryota's February 9th. I remember that for some reason. Leaning's April 5th or 15th? I don't even remember what I just said. Christmas does not exist in their universe. Oh, good point. There you go. I didn't think about that. Christmas doesn't exist everywhere. That's funny. Okay, February 9th. I gotta write these down. I'll have to write these down later. February 9th and December 7th. Alright. All right, all right. But the next one that I can celebrate, and I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. Maybe we'll do birthday art. Is Can, and Can is August 15th. Okay. I'll put these down on my calendar later. I swear to God, I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. Oh well. Okay, this is also too low because her shirt comes down here. Very low cut, but you know, we roll with it. Yeah, Nicole and I did not get along when we first meet her. When I first met her, because I recognized her immediately as a Gooner character. But you know what? I have learned to love her for other reasons. I have learned to look past that and to love her for her personality and everything else. Okay, that's a tangent. That's great. I love that. Ooh, I love that so much. How do I move this? I love her anyways. Yeah, me too. I have grown to love her. Here, can we raise it this way? There we go. That better. She's a disaster. It's hilarious. I know, she's kind of all over the place, but, you know, very real. Very real for that. I love, like, when you do, like, exploring the hollow stuff and you have her on her team, on your team. She's like, she's always trying to bargain something. She's like, can I get this for free? And it's like, Nicole, it's fine. She's like, and she's like, yay, money. Very cute. Very real. Very real for that. I respect the grind. I have yet to take anyone out to the movies. I know that that's an event thing that you can do, and I've seen clips of it, so I am excited to do it, but I just haven't done it yet. There's other things to do in the game right now. Okay, how am I supposed to fit this? She has like a big ass heart pendant, and I can't exactly fit it anywhere. That kind of works, I guess. This reminds me, Jin is in LA, not LA, but he's in California right now performing. I didn't realize his concert he was spending 4 days here. If I knew that, I would have been able to cop a ticket. He's spending like so many days here. But he's so cute. Um he's very tolerable of American army. Cuz literally day 1, they barked at him. They're like woo woo woo, and he was like, that's an interesting fan chant. And I'm just like, wow, please excuse our behavior. At least he's chill about it. That's all I can say. He was like, he came on a live stream later, like after his performance, and was like, "You guys have a fun little fan chant." And I was like, oh. I can't remember. I think you could just take him out to the movie theater, right? I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. I haven't touched it yet. I'm kind of busy with Cheesetopia. Running a restaurant is hard, okay? Running Cheesetopia, like, not even just a restaurant. It's a restaurant in the outer ring. It's hard work, all right? I have to make sure all the food stays in the in its area and it meets their stupid nutrient requirements. It's like I want 5 flavor but 0 nutrients. Well, the things that I have nutrients, so we gotta get something to take that away. And then Lighter made me go into a hollow just for some saloon doors. And I was like, wow, these are great, Lighter. These are amazing doors. Okay, what am I thinking? This I swear to God, is Nicole wearing two jackets? Like in her official artwork, you can kind of see like a sweater or something popping out behind her, and I'm like, what the? What is this fashion? Wow, fire. I was reminded today about the impact that BTS has had, like, period. And I don't know, I just forgot. They literally have spoken to like the where they like not the UN, but something of that nature where it's like it's a big political like thing. And I was like, wow, they got to speak up, speak at that. That's insane. And then they've won so many awards both in Korea and in the US, and they're kind of pioneers for K-pop in the West, and it's just great. But I don't see them like that. I'm just like, oh, my boys. But I'm like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, it's like I don't think about that, but when I see it, it's like, oh my God, you guys have done so much. You guys deserve the world. Like you've done so much. Especially because they're still just as weird. Yeah, they don't let it impact them for sure. They are for sure little weirdos. Every day, every time I see clips from Jin's concerts while he's on tour, I love him a little more. He grows my bias a little more and more. He's just funny. He was on a tuna can commercial very recently, and it's just literally him on a boat, and he's singing his Super Tuna song. That's the whole advertisement. And I don't think he would have it any other way, honestly. I think he's living his life. He's living life, like just straight up. Okay, Nicole has like these like puffy sleeves, so I don't know how we're gonna draw that with the lack of space. Maybe we'll have to lift that up a little bit. Yeah, this goes down too far. Jin is pure chaos. Yeah, he is, and I love him. I didn't know this, but Jin ordered during a live stream. He was eating like a seafood boil, and the chat was like, or all the comments were like, "Oh, well, this poor guy. He's eating seafood boil with no potatoes and no garlic because he's allergic." And I'm like, "How can you? That's so sad. How can you be allergic to garlic, especially as a Korean person? That must be awful." This poor man. I don't know how they got that information, but you know, I believe it. But very sad. Rest in peace, Jin. No garlic for you. Very sad. As a garlic girly, very sad. I'll eat all the garlic in Jin's honor. Oh yeah, that was also a thing. Yeah, he was like, guys, I'm tired, so let's just take a moment to space out. It was also really funny. So one segment of his concert is Army will sing a song, and he has to guess what the song is. So, or else he gets hit with like a tray, like a metal tray on his head. And he was like, "Army, please, I have been hit on the head a couple times, and I don't want to do that again. So please sing very loud." It comes on, sings English, perfect English. He guessed it right, and then all of a sudden a Korean song came on, and they couldn't do it. The struggle was very much real, and that made me laugh. I was like, "Yep, that would also be me. That would be me." It looks so fun. I low key wish that I copped a ticket. I could have. I don't know if I could have gone, but I would have loved to. It looks very fun. Poor Jin. I know this poor man. And then I saw a clip of him like almost falling off stage on his second day in Anaheim, and I was like, this poor guy. He caught himself. He caught himself before anything could happen, but he was very embarrassed. Like his foot, like kind of like slipped, and then he like rebound. He had to like carry himself up, but he was a little embarrassed. He was so embarrassed that he sat back down. He was like, I love him so much. I love Jin. He's my new bias. Sorry, RM. R.I.P. RM. Jungkook was on a live stream and he basically watched the entire K-pop Demon Hunter movie on live stream. And it was very, very funny and kind of cool because he was also singing along with some of the songs. I would love a cover from BTS, but I don't know. Do they even do covers anymore? Do they even do covers, period? Would love that, though. Would love to see that. She has like fur on her pants, and I'm not gonna lie. I do not know how to draw fur. I sort of just wing it every time. But that's another thing that I would like to learn. How to draw fur. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. There's something else I was going to talk about with Jin that I couldn't talk, that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. Like, I don't know if I can remember it anymore. I don't know. What is he been doing lately? Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know. But he looks so tired after like 4 days of performing in Anaheim. He looked really tired. He looks so exhausted. This poor man. He still has so much to go, too. I hope he gets to take a break in a little bit. Okay, I think this is wrong. There we go. There we go. And that covers my tangent problem, too. Kind of. Okay, I don't know if that's accurate, but you know what? We work with it, we roll. That's the best I can do. That's all that matters. I keep jumping around, but I should actually finish some parts that I've started. Like the shirt would probably be a good thing to finish sketching. We're at the 2-hour mark already. I'm not even done sketching. Jesus Christ. Hi, Shwazy. Welcome. Dang, 36 months? Thank you so much. That's a hell of a long time. And thank you for checking in. Welcome, welcome. Okay. We're redrawing that one sketch that we were stuck on. And honestly, she's turning out a lot better this time around. Very glad, very happy. Yeah, I'm glad that my artwork is turning out really good today because I was kind of like in a little slump. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't super adequate. I felt kind of inadequate as an artist like a couple days ago and even yesterday or last night. But all that feeling went like, all those feelings went like out the door when I woke up this morning. I was like, I don't know even why I felt that way. I feel great. She looks super cute. Thank you. Yeah. Let's take a moment to appreciate the hair, the girls. Oh, thank you for the head part. I don't know. I think it's like there's like a multitude of things. I talked about it earlier on stream about why I felt that way. Like I don't know. Sometimes it's hard seeing like your peers get comments on stuff when your art doesn't, and maybe it's also because I don't know. I haven't been doing rendered pieces or full on pieces, just sort of sketchy stuff that I also feel a little inadequate. But you know, people do different things. Just because you draw differently doesn't mean you're less of an artist or anything like that. I mean, there's also stuff with the industry that's also kind of bumming me out too. But what can you do? You can't really do anything. You just gotta try again. Missy was telling me that she literally like applies to 3 jobs a day. Like, I'm like, what? How do you find 3 jobs to apply to every day? She's like, I just look and then I don't. I'm not really picky, so I just like go and then I apply. I'm like, god damn, she is on that grind. Yeah, sometimes you just need to step away. But also, it's good to remind yourself that just because you don't draw as much or you draw differently or anything like that, that doesn't mean that you're less of an artist. That's just, if Skate 8, Skate, I don't know why I call it Skate 8. It's Skate. Skate the Infinity, if anything, if Skate the Infinity has taught me anything, it's that people do, show their love for something in different ways, and that's okay. Everyone has bad days sometimes. Yeah, it all started with the original drawing of this piece. I think when I realized that I had fucking art block, and that's where it kind of went downhill. So I'm kind of glad that we're rebounding with this piece too. It feels like a full circle kind of moment, which is good. I would love to keep this momentum going, which is why we're streaming art next week too. There's full on art. Hold up, this shirt is confusing me. Hold on, this feels like a maze. What does her shirt even say? What is this? What is this pattern? It's like, alright, hold up. Maybe I have to redraw, like, hold up. What the fuck is happening? Actually. Nicole! Yeah, everyone gets tired and just need the energy to find the end. Yeah, the problem is that I just don't have the time to give myself that energy because I'm just kind of worried about being unemployed and trying to make money via my artwork. So, but I think like the world still goes around, The world still goes around and no, even if you take a break, you're still gonna be broken. I'm still gonna be broken, unemployed. So it's like, just give yourself the time. Sinless has his own alphabet. Oh yeah, huh? It kind of does. Well, sometimes I can kind of understand or like read what is on their shirts. Like for Belle, she has like these kanji or like characters on her shirt, and I can kind of understand what it reads. Interesting, but also this doesn't look anything like that. You know what? That's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Uh, she got this funky little belt thing happening. I was thinking the other day, I was looking at this and was like, how does this stick onto her body? Is it like taped or glued? And then I was like, oh, it's just tight. It's a belt. It's probably just tight around her body. That's how it stays. But I was like, does she glue it? Just imagine like every morning Nicole has to like take a glue stick and glue on her belt so that it sticks on her body. Billy's like, boss, we gotta go. She's like, just 1 minute. Just give me a minute to glue on my belt. I don't know. I don't know why I was like, and then I was like, no, it's a belt. Duh. Hey, she doesn't have a ton of body space since she's a chibi, but we work, we pull, we go through with it. God, how much do I have time left for the Yuzuha event? Do I have enough time to pull Yuzuha or Miyabi? I don't think so. Damn. speaking of polls, there's rumors in Lads that there is a beach event coming up. I think it's after this event, which is like a Xavier myth thing, and I'm very excited. Beach episode. I'm saving up all my red gems. I'm like, I will pull whatever card Zane is attached to. And I'm saving up for that shit. I want it so bad. Oh shit, I also have to save up because after that I think is also Zane's birthday. Will it be Zane? Yeah, it might be Zane's birthday or like Zane third myth too. After getting Xavier myth, I summon up for the beach banner if true. Yay! I hope because God, the beach event. I'm so excited. And then Xavier Xavier third myth is right now. I meant Zane third myth. I'm excited. Ah! God, this detail is so tiny. I don't know if... Do we have the room to even put this buckle in? I mean, all the leaks have so far been right. Like, they're pretty accurate so far. So I hope it's coming up soon. I hope there will be a beach event. Mostly, like, I don't know when they're gonna do this. There's no word of it, but I want a kitty cafe rerun. I need to see Caleb as his kitty form because they teased it. There is a little chibi drawing of him, but we don't have a card of it, and I want that so much. Oh yeah, I hate the Claymore. I fucking hate Claymore. But I'm glad that the Xavier one, he has a Claymore. Like, he looks badass with the Claymore, but and we got the wand, so that's great. I love that. Keep it that way. She has like grommets in her belt. I don't know how we're gonna fit those. Those just may have to be like colored line art. We just may have to color those in. I don't know why. This is gonna be kind of cheesy, but I do feel kind of like at home a little bit now that we're back to doing art streams. Very cheesy, I know, but that's just how I feel, and I'm happy. How am I gonna draw this? There's like a little I don't know, lace thing. There you go, I did it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. I mean, I don't know if that's accurate, and also it's really tiny, but it's like it's big enough for it to be its own thing and not colored line art. So just gotta put this back up. Okay, that looks better. Good. Uh-oh, I don't know how we're gonna do this either. Because it should slip. We should see a little bit of, like, not a sleeve. I don't know what this is. It's like her glove. Not even a glove. Should we save? Hold up. Okay. Let me pull this up a little more. And then, alright, now we can save. Yeah, she's coming out way better. I don't know why. Actually, maybe after the... or not after the stream, but at the end of the stream, we can compare the different files. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there's not really a difference. I feel like they kind of look like the same drawing. 30 minutes left? Shit, I had to finish this sketch in 30 minutes. Or try to, at least. Or not that far, honestly. I mean, just to do the legs and the briefcase, maybe? Well, I forgot her other earring. This is, like, you can't even see it, though. There, it's there. Not really. Wait, that's too high up. Those you feel bad, it doesn't matter if they look similar. That is true. I mean, I'm sure there is a little bit of improvement, but I feel like this feels like deja vu a little bit. That's all I'm saying. Oh, we don't get to see some of Nicole has a lot of moles on her body, and we don't get to see some of them. Hold up, I forgot. Like, there you go. There you go, there you go. There you go, that's Nicole. It wouldn't be Nicole without some moles. Which is a very interesting detail on the designer's part. I wonder why. They say that moles have meanings. So apparently in like Chinese or Japanese culture, like your moles have a meaning, the placement. So I wonder what these mean. Nicole and I are actually matching. We have matching ones near our eyes. And I think that has to do something with beauty. I can't particularly remember. Who's this? Asmole? Oh, it's Nicole! Yeah, exactly. That's how it feels. Yeah, that's funny. Nicole pops in. Doesn't have any moles. Huh, who is this? Just some hollow raider? Oh, it's as a mole. Oh, it's Nicole from the Cunning Hairs. Yeah, Nicole. Nicole from the Cunning Hairs is what it feels like. I unlocked the Ambi. What is it? Soldier Zero Ambi agent story, and I haven't touched it yet. But just from the thumbnail and the opening little like animation that they play when you click on the tape, it reminds me so much of Evangelion, where it's like, oh my god, they are clones. They look. I don't know exactly what's happening, but it's giving me Evangelion vibes, just like straight up. And I'm low-key kind of scared. Just low-key kind of scared about what I'm going to unpack when I do that agent story. Okay, this is supposed to be actually a lot higher on her thigh, but I don't know if we have the space. Can we allocate space for this? I'm trying to think of what I can move up. Actually, her thigh also needs to be moved upward. Move up a little bit. A little tangential. There we go. Well, that's not better, actually. Oh god, so many. Okay. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I don't think her hands have anything important. Someone not Instagram, TikTok pointed out that Nicole may actually be secretly rich. Either that or she steals, because they pointed out that her briefcase is very similar to Hugo's weapon, which, you know, if what we know about Hugo is that he has money, so therefore Nicole probably has money enough, or enough at least, to have this briefcase. Or, you know, she stole it. That's also another option. I was like, that could be true. Interesting detail. Yeah. Call something from a client. Ah, yeah, huh? That's a good point. God damn it. It's still not. I still didn't give it enough space. This sucks. Okay, pull this up a little higher. It's kind of funny how not too long ago I didn't never even touch Zenless, and all of a sudden it's like Zenless is my favorite game. It's so good, cause it is. But I don't know. Now it's like I can't imagine my life without Zenless now. It's a pillar to my character now. Yeah, everyone knows me. Yep, that's totally me, the Zenless girl. That's totally me. It's a good game. Yeah, it is a good game. Zenless, K-pop, and yaoi. I like how art's not in there. Yep, that's me. Like the most pivotal thing about me isn't on there. That's nice. Hi, Masaka, how are you doing? Hi, I'm doing good. Welcome to the stream. Do we want to talk about the Shoujo stuff? I mean, my only 2 cents is about the Shoujo stuff, which is unrelated to our conversation, but I just remembered, and it might be kind of pivotal to what's happening. Well, I'm just saying that, like, I like when that first came out, I was like, oh, Shoujo's gone. Like, Shoujo better count its days, because if Iron Mouse is not like advocating, if you like dissed Iron Mouse or pissed off Iron Mouse, then you dissed like a whole bunch of other people. And at first, this was before everyone announced that they were leaving. But I was like, how could you stay with a company that steals your profits, especially from like charity? Because most of the money that she raised was going to go to the immune deficiency charity, right, or something of that nature. It's like, wow. But I'm glad everyone has kind of stepped up to leave. It is unfortunate that Amalie, who had just joined, is leaving, but it's for the best. But otherwise, not much else to say. It's like they fucked up, and now they are learning the consequences of what happens when you don't give your clients the money that they earn and use it for yourself. That's it. How far did I get into the quest? Which quest? Because I haven't touched it at all. But based on my knowledge of, like, what, Soldier 11 and the similarities between her and Ambi, like, I feel like when we first met Soldier 11, I was immediately like, you look familiar. Where have I seen you before? Okay, I don't know if we can give Nicole her high heels. That reminds me, I just realized I don't know how we're gonna fit her all into this. Cause I don't want to. Do we want to like shrink her down, or either that or we sacrifice her high heels, which also feels weird. Oh, main quest? Yeah, we went to Port Elpis and we finished that up, and we're in like the extra pits because we've just met Astra, or we're doing Astra's stuff. Which, by the way, I don't think I talked about this enough, but Wise's lines in that quest is so funny. This is really funny. Seeing him like panic and cry over not getting tickets is so funny. Yeah, we finished chapter 5 and now we're on to the extra little chapters. We need to talk. That reminds me, I was watching the Jane Doe VOD again, and I didn't realize that we had, or someone in chat had commented about Jane Doe being or having that name, and how before I had said that didn't make sense to why her name was Jane Doe. But anyway, yeah, I know that makes okay. Now I know why she's called Jane Doe. That makes sense, but it still doesn't make sense to why she uses that in a gang. Like, okay, so like, yeah, I know it was you. I didn't want to name names, but okay, fine. Yes, that was you. Okay, so it does. Okay, that makes sense, right? Like, I'll. It would make more. It doesn't make sense that she goes into this gang and her name is Jane Doe, because that's like an immediate giveaway. It would make more sense if she used a different name, but when we fully meet her, she is actually Jane Doe, because it's still because her real identity is still a secret. But it doesn't make sense for her to be in this situation, and be like, "Hey guys, hey gang, hey gang, I am Jane. I'm Jane Doe," and it's like, isn't Jane Doe like a name for like secret for like when you don't have an identity? I feel like it would make more sense if it was like someone if she had a different name and then deep down we know or she calls herself Jane Doe like outside of that. I don't know. That's my little 2 cents about it. But yes, the ending very good. I still feel a little lost about what Miyabi is going through and I don't know if they explain it further in the story, so I don't want to be spoiled if they do. But otherwise, I'm kind of confused about what her deal was, or what was the deal with Talus, and why did Bringer and their little like secretive thing want Talus? Like, I'm kind of confused about that a little. But yeah, I literally like teared up. I was like tearing up at the end because it was like all seeing all the characters come together and hang out and help you. It was a little cheesy, but it worked on me. I was like, oh my god. It felt like kind of like an Avengers moment, but I loved it. I don't care. I was really like, oh my god, who's coming up next? Oh my god, it's Victoria Housekeeping, or oh my god, it's Bellabog. They're helping me out, and I was like tearing. It brought a tear to my eye. I know they're kind of like so. Yeah, they're like, hey, this hand that you keep that you brought up, we saw it before, and we want to know what the deal with that is. And he's like, nah, nah, go find out for yourself. I'm very curious about what this creator is, right? Or it's like, may this guy, this entity refine you. And I'm really curious about what their deal is, what their motives are. Very curious. But anyway, yeah, very good ending. I teared up. I was tearing up. And it just opens up more questions. It was kind of weird transitioning from like, oh my god, this big thing happened, such a door drop, to all of a sudden being like, hey, I'm a pop star and we met online and I need your help. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I love it. I do like Astra and her character. She's very cool. And Wise, fucking Wise when he didn't get the tickets. That made me laugh so hard. Cause he fucking cried. I never knew. I never knew he could have that emotion. And Fairy just like the beef that he has with Fairy is so funny. Cause she's literally like, all right, Wise, I will hack into the system and get you tickets if you acknowledge that you are the fourth most important assistant in here, behind Eos, who's number 1, number 16, who's 2, 18, who's 3, and it's like, oh, this poor guy. And he didn't even get tickets afterwards. Astra and Evelyn, lesbians. I know, they're so cute. I'm very excited to figure out like what is going on with Evelyn and like why she does what she does. Fairy and second assistant beef is so funny. Like, if you play as Wise as your main character, is that beef still existent or is that transferred onto Belle? Because from my perspective as Belle, it kind of makes sense, but I wonder how they do it if you play as Wise. There's a TikTok I was watching earlier pointing out some facts about Wise, and it made me realize that I am more out of the two. I relate to Wise a little more, just personality wise, but I think it's a good balance. You know, that I can be the wise in this situation. Hi Army, welcome. The beef is whoever the second assistant is, so it's transferred onto Belle. I can't imagine Belle being second assistant. I don't know. I can't imagine them having beef, but that's just because I'm so used to it on our playthrough. I love him. I love him so much. Okay, yeah, we have to figure out, do we sacrifice... I think we have to sacrifice her high heels. Your platform shoes, Nicole. I'm so sorry. The same for me the other way around. That's true. Good point. Army, what did you say the other day that made me go like, huh, I've never heard you say that before. You must have gotten that from me. We were hanging out and all of a sudden you said something and it made me laugh. Because I've never heard you say that. It was a very Masa thing to say. I don't know why I'm asking you. You probably don't remember. If I don't remember, then you don't remember. She has little rips in her stockings. Very important detail. We had to keep this. But yeah, very whiplash to like just seeing this being in this situation. All of a sudden it's like, we're going to a concert. We're going to Asher Yao's concert. Let's go. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't just go through all this traumatic stuff. All right, let's go. We may have to shrink her down. But that feels so weird. I don't want to do that. God. I mean, maybe we can kind of push her being a little taller. I don't know. And let's just push through it. Let's not think about it. Let's just go. Anyway, yeah, Zenless Chapter 5. That was actually crazy. They also hint at a little bit of what's going on with Harumasa and like his illness, his little disease. The thing that's literally killing him, Very sad. I saw a post on Pinterest. It was so funny. I think I saved it. Hold on. Let me find it. Because it made me laugh. Let me find it. I for sure saved it. Let me just copy and paste it. It's right here. Will this work? Yeah, this has made me laugh so hard. Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache. I was like, oh, it's so sad, but it's so funny. Poor Harumasa. Anyway, that just made me laugh. Oh, I'm gonna be so sad when we do his aging story. I'm thinking about doing that on stream, just because I think it's gonna be quite the chapter, or not chapter, but quite the extra thing. I just realized I didn't finish drawing her Bang Boo's face. It's so tiny. I don't know how much I can fit. But I got him back into building. Do it on stream? Should we do it on stream? I think that'd be fun. I need to see a reaction. Okay, I will do it on stream. I promise. Okay, so I was in the process of building Piper and Pulchra together to make a physical team with Corin, but I did like a little like test run of the commission that I'm trying to finish, and it doesn't work because Pulchra's thing, her whole thing is that she has if you go to a different agent and you press their E, their special ability, it activates some sort of special support thing. And it doesn't work with Corin. For some reason, like Corrin, I think Corrin's E takes too long to like fully activate, so I can't use her, which makes me very sad. Which only leaves me with Billy, because Billy would be the perfect one, because his E is very much like just an immediate button that you just press. Piper is kind of like in between that. It doesn't take as long as Corrin's, but it makes me so sad because you guys know me and Corrin. She is my girl, my best girl. So it makes me sad that I can't build her, and now I had to build Billy, who's at level 30 when everyone else is at 50. So that's gonna take me a bit of time. But very sad. Yeah, I don't have that many other physical characters to work with, so this is just what we have to. Just what we have to do. It's that dumb commission where you had to fight like a clone version of Jane Doe, and it's very much dodge based, and it's very annoying. You can't die, or else if you die, you don't get an S grade, and it's super annoying, very annoying. But I will take that over any timed mission for sure. I fucking hate timed ones. I have Jane as my physical character, so I'm set. Oh, look at you. Look, good for you. I don't have her, so we are stuck. Finding Jane without Jane is rough. Now I just got to do this mission, like, until I wait for a rerun. And just hopefully I get Jane, like, within the time frame. Oh my god. No, it has to be doable. I swear to god. I just need to get one. I need to get better at dodging, and I need to build a better physical team with Billy, which makes me upset because I don't like Billy's kit. I mean, oh my god, the detail is so small. We're not gonna be able to. We can't do all the full details of her little plushie. That commission is awful. There you go. What is her baby's name? Something billion or whatever. $1 billion or something like that. $1 million. That's her Bangbu's name. 1 million Denny's. That reminds me. I Seth came to the store at Random Play and he was like, like Captain Zhuyuan has been a little upset lately, and I want you. I think there's something you're hiding from me, and I'm like, oh no. He's like, and I'm like, I want to tell you, but I don't think I can. And I'm so glad he's so understanding. It's really cute, actually. He's like, I recognize that some people have secrets, and that's fine as long as we can remain friends. I'm like, ah, crying. Seth not knowing Belle and Wise are being proxied so sad with Sony. It's because of his brother, right? Like Cat, who's also a PubSec officer. He's like a commissioner, right? He's sort of hiding that information from him for some reason, which is very interesting. I want to know more. I want to see his brother. I mean, like not just because of the story, but also because like I just want to see like an older version of like Seth, basically. Hottie over there. Oh my god! I just realized she has like this big little, I don't know what you call it, like chain or like fabric thing that kind of flows this way. I'll have to draw that too. Oh shit! Oh my god! I'm not gonna finish. I'll have to finish this off stream because we're at the 3 hour mark almost. I mean, we're basically there. Ugh. Yeah, I can't even draw like her heels. They look more like boots. I mean, they are boots, but like more like No, wait, that's done. Wait, they don't look like her heels because it's not. I didn't draw it correctly. Oh well. Oh well. I'm a little curious for when I produce these charms, who would be the most popular? I like there's something in me that's like, oh, hopefully they'll all be kind of even and there's not one left behind, but I have a feeling that some people aren't going to buy the Anton charms. And that makes me sad, but you know, I'm sure there's Anton lovers out there like me. Oof, I'm hungry. It is almost dinner time, or more like it's time for snack time for snack before dinner time. Okay, I had to draw the bottom heel first to really measure this one out. Cuz this distance depends on this distance. So, now that we got that, I can draw that. Yeah, I'm glad that we're doing art again, and I hope that me doing more art next week isn't gonna fuck me up, cause that would be disappointing. I drew this boot wrong, but I don't know. Technically, her foot should be pointed more straight, but I drew it at an angle, so I wonder if that kind of works out. Gonna watch the dog, but great stream we had. Really missed this. Oh, that's nice to hear. It's nice to hear that art streams are appreciated, or you know, people watch these. I just drew the distance and now I don't have it anymore. What the fuck? I just measured it out and I erased it. What is wrong with me? Oh, because I was trying to determine whether or not I should change the foot position, but I think this is fine. Okay. She has like little studs. Nicole is very punk. It's kind of funny because I feel like on the inside she's really cute and girly, but on the outside she's like very cool and punk. We love duality here. Look at us go. Look at us. It's like, what was that meme with? Oh god, I can't even remember his goddamn name. Oop. Anyway, yeah, look at us. Look at us. I didn't even ask if anyone was working on anything while we were doing this. I've mostly just been kind of catching up because it's been a while since we've had like a. I was gonna say face to face, but it's not face to face. A 1-to-1 kind of chat between all of us. I've been taking up the whole space, guys. Guys, got anything planned? Anything fun for the rest of the week? trying to write but got very distracted. Yeah, I get that. I hope it's not me that's distracting you. Work, so no. Yeah, the grind. We all know it. We all love it. Me too, guys. Me too. I mean, tomorrow I am seeing Summer Wars in theater, and I was talking about that earlier. But I am very excited because Summer Wars is peak cinema, and it needs to be watched, and I need to watch it on the big screen. Wait, okay, wait. Hold up. I feel like there's a bit of inconsistencies between these, between the one boot and the other. Good. I think once I redesign my OCs, I'm gonna make more of an effort to draw them more often. Just cause like that one drawing that I did for Hawkeye July made me really happy, and I was like, oh yeah, I used to do that more often, huh? I used to draw my OCs so often. Like every time I would redesign them, I would like draw them in their new outfit. But yeah, for some reason I haven't done that. Well, maybe after I make my refs, make reference sheets, I can be like, I can draw them freely. I don't know. I want to be one of those TikTok people who just draws their OCs and just like little mimi audios. I want to do that. Farewell hydration check. Oh yeah, it is. We should say goodnight. Yeah, we're at the 3 hour mark. We did pretty good. Hold up, yeah, I didn't. Let me drink water. Yeah, good night. Good night, Ollie. I did want to kind of see. Oh no, should we even like see what the old file looks like? I mean, it's right here. I guess I could just like open it up, or is it? Oh well, yeah. I still think my new one's better. Good. That's how it should be. That's how that should be. Yeah, the faces reads a little better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mwah, 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 mwah. This is way better. Hell yeah. Beautiful. This is beautiful. Disgusting. Oh, awful. Gross. Ah, beautiful. Beauty. What a beauty. Very cute. Only I can say that about my heart. But yeah, okay. I think maybe I don't know. I might do this off stream. I might just when will I continue it? Maybe we'll continue it at the beginning of next stream, which will be Tuesday. So yeah, all artwork, all art streams next week. So I'm excited for that. I'm gonna make up for lost time and just grind work, do some chilling and stuff like that. Again? What do you mean again? What the fuck does that mean? What? What are we talking about? Anyway, yeah, for sure. Look at the improvement, guys. Like a couple months apart. Missed it? God damn it. One, two, one, one, two. Yeah, that for sure looks better. So I don't know. If I feel like it, maybe I'll finish the sketch off stream. But you guys might just see this next stream or at the beginning of next stream. So anyway, guys, 1 and 2, 3 or 4. Oh, that reminds me of another topic that well I'll bring it up next stream. But anyway, yeah, I am starving and I think I deserve a good meal because look at the work we did. I'm actually so happy. I feel alive. I feel so alive. I feel like I died and I came back. I feel like I died and I came back like a phoenix, just like reborn. Art, good. Art is arting, and I am in a good mood. So yeah, let's keep up this momentum next stream. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I deserve a good meal, so I'm gonna go eat that. So I examine flashbacks, which makes clear, guys. Which is the good drawing, guys? Number one, number two, number one, oh number two. Oh man, they look. I don't know. They all look the same. All right, time to blow air into your eyeballs, as they do. I don't know. I've never had to take an exam that's that violent. So, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 2, number 1, number 1, number 3. Clear differences. Number 1, number 4. Which one's different? Do you see a difference? Anyway, alright, that's alright. Enough. I'm gonna go eat now. Everyone have a good rest of your days. Have a good night. Eat well, sleep well, drink water, eat good food, and yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday tomorrow. Stream schedule will be coming out, but I already said it. We're doing art the whole week, so look forward to that. Bye bye, everybody. Oh wait. Oh. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. A little goodbye, cuddle buddy, I guess. Yeah, all right. You know what? Yeah, bye, everybody. Bye-bye.